What have you seen from your group in terms of physicality from the first couple weeks?
Yeah, we're developing, we're growing that. A lot of what we've been the last couple weeks is there's a level of conditioning and just getting the guys to play that full speed standard all the time. Doesn't matter how many wind sprints you do, how much conditioning you do in the summer. It's still different when you start doing football. So it's there. Physicality is something we're always pressing. It's always something that you have to have if you want to win and be an effective offensive line. But it's not easy. Everyone knows the things you got to do to win. You got to play really, really hard and have an edge to you. And the hard part is training yourself to go do that. And that's kind of what we're through right now. So you're having some up and down days because of that, but ultimately we're still trending up in the right direction.
And Coach Lashley at the start said he thinks he's pretty close to maybe setting a starting lineup on the offensive line. Do you agree with him? Do you think you're close?
We are. We're getting close every day. And I think the good news is we still have 8, 9 guys we feel like we could play and if we needed to. But it's important that we try and get some guys just to get some continuity going. I know that there'll probably be some rotations early on just because of the heat of the games and stuff that you'll have. But it's nice just some practice if you can try and get those 5 solidified so we can kind of move forward.
You got some veteran guys in the group. What are you seeing from them in the leadership standpoint?
Yeah, it's been an interesting group from the standpoint. You have a guy like Logan Parr who is a steady, solid guy who's there every single day and is just a consistent role model for how he lives his life and operates. Then you have PJ Williams who's shown it on the field, a little bit more vocal, and then you mix in guys like Josh Bates and Addison Nichols, and Josh is probably the most vocal guy we have, and he just got here in January. So I think the good news is that it's a lot of collaborative guys pushing each other. There's not necessarily the one bell cow that we need, but I think we have 4 or 5 guys that if they needed to be the guy, they could go do that.
You mentioned Logan probably could have gone off to the NFL after last year. What do you mean he's got him back now?
Yeah, I mean, he's first and foremost, he's just a really good player that we have that we don't have to replace. But I mean, anytime I talk to NFL scouts about Logan, I was like, he's got a clean Carfax. He's like buying a car that's not had any accidents and no damage and all that type of stuff. That's what he is. I mean, he's got 3 degrees already. He's played quality football on the field. He's a model citizen on and off the field. Well, on the field he's a bit less than model citizen, but no, he's exactly what you want as a coach's dream.
You played a lot of Addison at center and Josh Bates at right guard in the spring. It seems like it's flipped here in the fall. What's gone into that decision?
I think Josh is a better center than guard, and I think Addison's probably a little bit versatile at both. I think that was probably the biggest thought process is let's just maximize our guys at their spots. I think Addison's really comfortable at either spot, and he's named Remington preseason watch list, so I mean he can do whatever. But I think that the good news is that it shows off Addison's versatility and what a quality special player he can be. And that's the biggest motivation. Let's just try and find the best combination to get the best guys in the field.
Talked a lot about the experienced guys in the room. What are you seeing from the young guys like Dermott and Abel so far?
Yeah, now we're throwing them to the fire. We gave those guys both a lot of 2 reps today, and a lot of it is whether or not they're even the best 10. We see the potential there, see what they can be, and we also want to see if they can sink or swim. We're kind of in that point, but I think both guys have flashed to where they're going to be really, really good players. It's not if, but when. And there's always that learning curve that takes place when you have a new lineman. But those guys really have kind of met our expectations so far, which we had high expectations for.
Last one for me, looking at left tackle, Coach Lashley talked about that one. Seems like a little bit of a battle. How are you seeing that one unfold between Savion and Andrew?
It is a little bit of a battle, yeah. That's probably the one spot that we don't feel solidified on. Good news is Savion Byrd, we won 11 games with Savion Byrd in our left tackle last year, and if Savion Byrd's our left tackle, I feel confident that he'd go out and do it and have another great year. Andrew Chambly's had a good camp. Got nicked up a little bit, setting back, but but all in all, he's gained 20 pounds. He's more physical. And he's always had good length and understands the game. He's there. And then another guy that's kind of emerged is Alan Nelson, who hasn't really played a lot in the last 2-3 years, but really talented. Still coming back from a knee injury. I think between the three of those, we can find our left tackle, even if it's a combination of those three. But I feel like all three are worthy candidates.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Yep.
All right, so just some of your overall thoughts a few weeks into fall camp now. What are you thinking? How's it going?
I mean, I think we got a great team. We've already had a great culture coming in, so just building on that culture, having 15 great practices so far, building on that, I think we have a great team coming into the season. I'm excited what we got moving forward.
Had a chance to go to the NFL, chose to stay here. What was it that brought you back?
So before the year, last year, I had a shoulder injury. So going into the season, I kind of knew I wanted to come back and really get a good offseason in to really train and get my body right for the year. And this year, my squat went up 100 pounds. My bench, I got it back up to 500 pounds, and I'm moving a lot better. So I'm really happy with my choice and stuff, and I'm happy what we have moving forward.
You talked about the healthy offseason, said maybe you're a little bit ahead in the spring, ahead of in the summer where you have been in the past years. Do you still feel like you're ahead of where you've been in the fall now?
I do, and on top of that, I think we have a great room. I think building that connection with the guys around me have really helped that. This is the first time I've been able to step in that leadership role and really take that head dog, that role where I can help the guys around me and bring those guys along. So whenever it's their time, they can come to the same point I am.
We saw some of Josh Bates now at center and Addison at right guard. What are you seeing from the interior of the offensive line?
So first off, I love those guys. They come in every day, work hard, great energy. And like I've said a lot of times, we hang out outside of football all the time. We were playing Xbox last night. So having that connection and going onto the field where I'm playing with some of my best friends is something that I think you can't take for granted.
You guys have some veteran guys in the group. You just talked about the relationship between all of you and kind of your approach.
Yeah, so like you said, a lot of us are older guys. We've seen it done at a lot of different programs, or the guys that have been here for a long time. So seeing a lot of different leadership approaches and bringing that all together and being leaders ourselves is something that I think we're very thankful for, and it's really cool to push that onto the young guys so they can take that same kind of stuff that we learned and use that later on in their careers.
Touched on a little bit there. What have you seen from Dramad and Abel in their short time at SMU so far?
So SMU being able to get these recruits that we're getting now is ridiculous from the point that I got here. I mean, that jump from the AAC to ACC is something you can definitely see. Both those guys, I think, are going to be NFL guys. And just the first couple of days of them in camp, it was crazy to see just the jump they've made under Coach Justice. And we worked the hardest out of anyone in the country, I think, in the O-line room. And seeing those guys and having that for the next 3 to 4 years is something that's really going to be great for them.
O-line's a big part of the running game. Bouchard had that huge season last year. How do you guys kind of go about following that?
Well, I think we got 4 backs that can get it done this year. Last year, like you said, we had Bouchard, and Bouchard could do it all. This year, I think we have 4 different guys that can go out there, and each of them brings something different to the table. But I'm really confident with any of them behind us, and I think we'll have a great running attack this year.
Any more questions?
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, DJ. I'm ready. DJ has been on fire with Camp Talk. I'm here for get him, DJ.
What have been your overall thoughts so far a few weeks into fall camp?
Overall thoughts, man, pretty good. Just we got to pick up the O-line, make us move faster. Just got to run to the ball, pursue, and we all just got to be on the same page. With us not being on the same page is a TFL or a loss or any little bad thing that can happen on offense. If we're on the same page, we're good as any O-line in the country.
You've had a couple years in this offense. You're one of the veterans in the group kind of now. Can you talk about what you guys are approaching your leadership and what's change your role there?
What I take my role is like just being a big brother. I ain't got to talk to anyone crazy on the field or yell at anybody. I bring them in like I'll just bring in my little brother and talk to him calmly, show him this, show him that. Like Draymond, I took Draymond in a lot because he He remind me of me, a young me, just way a little goofier, but he gonna be a great player. So players like that, you just gotta bring up slowly. I gave him one of my old notebooks. I told him study. That's why you take good notes, because at the end of the day, we get new notebooks every day. I mean, every year. But I gave him one of my old notebooks to show him, like, this how it's supposed to be done. This how you take notes, and just guiding him. That's, you can see he's getting better day by day.
What was a focus for you in the offseason? What were areas of your game you were trying to improve?
Being long, playing on my hands, have a sturdy base, taking on bull rushes. That's mostly what I've seen a lot of people talk about in my game that wasn't as powerful, and that's what I've been working on. Things that people can take advantage of. And then my run game, I just tweaked a little bit of stuff, but my run game is looking phenomenal right now.
You mentioned the run game. For sure, had that awesome season last year. How do you feel about that?
I just go off of it like I tell every running back. I've been telling running back since I started playing O-line, and I got comfortable with it. When time in need, find that 5 or that 9 and just run behind it. I'm a great pusher, so I like enforcing the pain on the 3 techniques and getting down low, bumping the hip, and keep my base.
How important is it for you guys to establish that running game in your offense?
Very important. Running the ball is the best thing you can do on the team. If you could beat someone in a run before you could beat them in the pass, you defeated the team already. And that makes the pass way easier because they're going to start stacking the box, and that's going to get our receivers open more.
How excited are you knowing that, of course, the season's coming up, but you've also got some big-time matchups early on in the season?
Stay calm. Stay calm. Everybody a big matchup. It's college football. Anybody could shock the world any day. You don't know how that whole team might come out one day. You don't know how we might come out one day. So just staying calm and being patient.
SMU lost a ton on the defensive line last year. What have you seen going up against a lot of those new faces on the defensive line so far?
We got people like Kill, Trey, Jeffrey, man, Terry. People are like active. Like they coming in to work. They coming in making a statement. Terry is a big impact. Down there, he's got power. He got quickness. And that's when you got a guy that got power and quickness, and you never know when he gonna hit you from. That's a great player.
A lot of the guys you just mentioned were transfers, and you yourself were a transfer at one point. So what's that like as a player coming in and making that?
You gotta take on a big role. Definitely when you coming in to start. Like I came in, I split reps when I came in from being a transfer, but my impact was to be the impact player that's coming, that's gonna come in the game. Don't make it look different from what Marcus Bryant or Parr would have left on the table. So when Terry and them come in and Jeffrey, I see their motive, like they're playing for each other.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.